Alright, so now we're on our way to go find that memory, that first memory. And if I'm not mistaken, after we find that first memory, we are then free to do basically whatever in the game. Right, I'm trying to remember. Without a map, it's actually hard to remember where places are. Unless I was supposed to follow this path, which may be... No. Like, I remember just leaving Kakariko would lead me straight to one. Wait, I think I remember where... No, it was here. I need to follow this path. I remember where now. So I'm really trying to think, what else happened in Hong Kong? So, this other thing happened. It's something very small, and I'm probably being a little too critical about it. So, one of the earlier days there, we went to this particular restaurant. And my mom really liked it, to the point she wanted to, like, take pictures of the to-go menu, as well as a business card, so she... Oh. I forgot about the bloopy here. Aw, shit! Where was my last autosave? I forgot about the bloopy. That's what happens when you're playing Master Mode. You only get one autosave. Yep, the Great Fairies as well. We gotta do those as well. Man, I really wish I had this stealth armor. No! So yeah, we went to this restaurant. It was so good. We ended up going there a second time. You know, you would think that on a trip, you would not go back to the same restaurant unless it was really good. You know, you would try different places, you would try new food. So we went back there a second time. And it was this time I was noticing, like, the staff were really pokey. They were really close. Like, they were really just always over your shoulder. Because the second time I went, the staff there were just, like, so in your face with their micromanaging. You know how servers and waiters at restaurants, well, you know, always be standby, like, if you need more water, if you need more napkins, if you need an extra plate, stuff like that. You know, they will set the table for you, they will bring the food to you. However, this time, the micromanaging was just so much, you know? Like, there was one point at the night where the waiter, the guy working there, you know, so they brought out bowls of soup. So I was eating my food. You know, the bowl of soup was too hot, so I will get to it later on. The dude came over, like, and he grabbed the spoon from the table just to put it into my bowl of soup. You know, I didn't think anything about it. Honestly, it's a very small thing. I didn't say anything about it, but I was thinking to myself, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's like, geez, calm down, relax. Like, you don't need to micromanage this hard, bro. I mean, like, damn. Come over here, pick up the spoon off of my table next to me, just to put it into my bowl of soup when I didn't even need you to, when I didn't even ask you to. It's like, yes, I technically appreciate it, I guess, but like, damn, dude, like, chill out. You don't need to micromanage that hard, bruh. It's like, if I need anything, I'll let you know. You don't need to come over here, like, putting my utensils into my into my plates and bowls and my food, man. It's like, calm down. I need a faster weapon. Like, am I crazy? Or what? Like, damn, man, you don't need to, like, micromanage that hard where you put my spoon into my bowl of soup for me. Especially when I didn't ask you to. And you know, they did other small things as well. Like just constantly hovering over us, watching us. Every small thing that we needed but did not even ask for, they would do. It's like, alright, you've earned your tip. I get it. Anyways. I'm really trying to think what else happened in Hong Kong, because honestly, not too much happened. At the same time, a lot of things happened, you know? We went on the subways a lot to go explore newer areas. Yeah, like I said, not a whole lot of shopping I did. Not too much sightseeing. You know, so here's something small, useless, and borderline creepy for me to mention. The ladies. The women of these places. Now, I will be one to admit, when I went to Japan, there were indeed a lot of pretty girls walking around, a lot of, like, attractive ladies. You know, you just gotta respectfully look. So, you know, in my case... Ooh, I heard a rupee. You know, as much as I would have liked to, you know, flex my non-existent Riz, it would have been absolutely pointless. You know? What's the word I'm looking for? Crap. Hold on. There's a word I want to use, but I'm blanking on it. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to launch him into the water, I guess. There we go. So let's see. Any effort for me to hit on anyone over there would have been absolutely pointless. It would lead to absolutely nothing. Because I was leaving a mere days later. I was in Japan for 4 days. And then I was in Hong Kong for like 9 days. Any attempt to hit on anyone, like any attempt to meet someone over there would have been absolutely pointless. Irrelevant. Completely a waste of time and effort. Just because I was leaving a mere days later, so what would have been the point? There is a shrine behind that waterfall, right? It's gonna take some time to find all those shrines again. Oh my god, we have silver bokoblins already? Yo! Get off my ass, man! We're this early into the game and we're already seeing silver bokoblins. You know how crazy that is? At this point in the game, we wouldn't even see, like, black bokoblins yet. Well, actually, in the original version of the game, that silver one would have been a black one. But, like, you know, we would not have seen silver bokoblins until way later on. Anyways, I'm only here for this.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
You know, I've seen theories about this exact moment. You know, theories that Calamity Ganon chose this moment to cut off Mipha. Chose this moment to emerge just to cut off Mipha, so that Zelda would not know what she was about to say to awaken her power.
It's here.
This is it.
I think that's probably looking a little too far into it.
It's awake. Ganon.
I feel like it's just a case of unfortunate timing.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
She just had to say that, huh? Not much use on the battlefield? Maybe if she didn't say that, she would have been chosen for Smash. But instead, the Links Between Worlds Zelda got chosen. I mean, is it really that big of a deal? Isabelle's not a fighter, and she's a fighter in Smash. Trying really hard to think what else happened in Hong Kong, because we just did the most basic stuff, you know? Walked around, sightsee, ate food. That's about it. You know, one of the last... this is in Japan. One of the last things we ate in Japan was actually burgers. Not really, you know, Japanese, but like... We saw a burger place where the Skytree shopping center was. We wanted to try it. I wanted to try that. It was actually a Hawaiian burger joint, and I don't mean Big Kahuna Burger. The place was actually pretty heat, not gonna lie. The place was pretty gas. Okay, so we're not gonna complete this for a while. Right now, we're mostly gonna be doing this. Ah, finally. Finally, he looks like how he should. Now, if only we can upgrade this. Okay, so we need to find a couple of shrines. So right now, what we really need to do is just walk around and, you know, do shrines. I didn't even do the shrine at Hateno Village. What's wrong with me? Very easy and obvious shrines that you don't do. Who knows? Maybe while I'm here, I could also tackle the Hateno Tower. Yeah, that burger joint was pretty gas. You know, cute waitresses as well. See, look, the tower's right there. Man, I really, really wish I had Tulin. I don't have enough stamina to make it there, actually. Really trying hard to think. So, we did walk around from place to place. Once again, I just have to reiterate that Hong Kong is filthy. You know, there were places we went indoors to just use the bathroom. The washrooms there are irredeemably disgusting. Now, I'm sure bathrooms in, say, India would make the bathrooms in Hong Kong look like a mansion. However, that does not change the fact that, well, bathrooms there are so disgusting. Like, you would think a McDonald's would have a clean bathroom, but no, McDonald's, they were very, very filthy. It stank. It smelled horrible. Oh, I need to get up to that platform. Oops. Okay, let's see. Ugh. Tried to give it a little flick in order to get onto the platform. There we go, just like that. And then I need to turn this back so that I can actually walk over there to grab that chest. Can I jump that actually? I think I'm gonna make it a little lower. Well, actually, can't I just, No, I don't think I can make it from here. There, that should be good. Well, until I can think of something else that happened during the Hong Kong trip, let me just mention the end of the trip. So, when it was time for us to leave, fly back to Canada, so it was a 10-hour flight from Hong Kong to Vancouver. And then from Vancouver, we actually had a layover before we could actually make it back home to Toronto. Aw, crap. Man, the layover at Vancouver was 6 hours. Man, did that suck. 6-hour layover. You know, it wasn't even like, I don't know, like a 12-hour layover, enough time for you to leave the airport, explore a little bit before coming back. No, 6 hours. So 6 hours, we basically just sat there waiting. You know, it was very uncomfortable to sleep, which is exactly what I did. I tried my best to sleep. Ugh. It was brutal. It sucked. So yeah, after a 10-hour flight, we had a 6-hour layover. And then, you know, I think it was like a 4-hour flight from Vancouver to Toronto, 4 to 5 hour flight. I think the best news I heard the entire trip was the fact that we arrived to Toronto like 30 minutes ahead of schedule. It's the best news I heard the entire trip. And then when I came home, we came home at like, I think, maybe 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning, and then, you know, we didn't make it home until like a couple hours later. I think we made it home like maybe 7 to 7:30-ish. But then, I was actually getting pretty tired. So then I went into bed to rest. I slept from like 8 in the morning all the way to like 7 p.m. So I slept for like 11 hours. Let me see, where was the goddess statue here again? I swear, wasn't there a goddess statue somewhere here? Why do I not remember? I know there's the bargainer statue over there. Wasn't there a goddess statue around here? Well, if I can't find it, I'll just head back to Kakariko. We have the shrine here now, so we can just warp back here in order to go hit up that tower. Ooh, right. During the Hong Kong portion, we went to a couple of restaurants, a couple of non-Chinese restaurants. We went to like this, we went to this pizza restaurant, this, you know, Italian restaurant, pizza, pasta, that kind of stuff. What was that other restaurant? Oh yeah, we went to like the steakhouse restaurant. I think I ordered like Australian rib. Yeah, an Australian ribeye. That's what I ordered. Oh right. Speaking of steaks, let me tell you about the time that during the trip. I'm sorry for not being as organized. Talking about this, by the way, I'm doing all of this based off of memory. I really should have written down everything that I wanted to talk about, but, nope. So, my dad's friend, who, you know, lives in Hong Kong, he invited us up to his very expensive, very fancy apartment that he lives in with his wife. You know, it's at the top of the hill. And it's, you know, the rich neighborhoods. You know, speaking of rich neighborhoods, a little side note. Some of the more cleaner bathrooms in Hong Kong. Like, a lot of bathrooms are filthy over there, but, you know, the shopping center at the bottom of my uncle's apartment. The bathrooms there actually were pretty clean. Like, hey, what a surprise. It's actually pretty clean. And not only that, I don't really want this, actually. Not only that, I don't know why. Maybe it's a thing over there. Every single bathroom and I mean this, every single bathroom has a steward in it. I guess to like keep the place clean and tidy. Like every single bathroom I went into, like in the big shopping centers, the big mall areas, every single bathroom had a guy in there whose job it was just to watch the place. Not even like security, just a guy to clean up. And I swear, I don't know why every place had this. Every place the guy who was monitoring the bathrooms, I swear, there was not a single time where I did not hear that guy doing a hawk tua right into the urinal or somewhere. I don't know why. Every single time I went in, there was a guy just hawking a loogie. Every single time. Disgusting. But, you know, at least it was in a bathroom. Better than on the side of the streets, I suppose. Yeah, I don't get it. Every single time I went into one of the cleaner bathrooms, there would be a guy in there, always hawking a loogie, and also, like, always just monitoring, cleaning up the sinks and everything, which, okay. And also, the urinals, they flushed with the blue water. You know how you can do that thing where, you know, you can flush your toilets with the blue water to cover up the scents, cover up the odors? Well, it turns out that the urinals flushed with the blue water. It's like, damn, I must be in the rich neighborhoods. Because, you know, I can only imagine how much this cost. Not only, you know, just to have regular water, but to have the blue water to cover up the odors. I must be in the rich neighborhoods. Anyways, back to my dad's friend inviting us over for dinner. So it was actually at this dinner that I kinda had my first beer. Kinda, not really. I don't drink. I don't like drinking. I just don't like that alcohol flavor. And I also just don't like potentially getting so wasted that I do or say something that I won't even remember but will definitely regret. I don't like drinking. I don't like the taste of alcohol. So, my dad's friend, he gave me this alcoholic beverage in a can, and I reluctantly try it, you know? I was a little hesitant to try it. I gave it a try, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad. How much alcohol percentage was it, you ask? Well, here's the funny thing. It was 0.6% alcohol. It wasn't even 1%. So there was very, and I mean very little alcohol flavor to it. So I could actually drink it. To me, it wasn't that bad. You know, here was a drink that had less than even 1% of alcohol in it. And the actual alcohol flavor was so covered up by like the lemonade flavor, I could actually drink it. Now, I will admit, I was a little scared drinking it. I know, right? What a pussy. Like I said, I don't drink. So, you know, I don't know what my limit is. So I was really afraid, like, is this one can gonna get me buzzed and I start doing crazy shit? Or I potentially pass out because I was still jet lagged. You know, I was told that, bruh, you are not gonna get buzzed on a single can of 0.6%. Like, that's just not gonna happen. I don't even remember if I drank the whole can. I think I drank like 80% of the can. Oh crap, I was supposed to go that direction. Whoops. So, in a way, I kind of had my first beer during this trip, albeit a 0.6%. Kind of some weak shit, I know. So, my dad's friend invited us to dinner because, excuse me, because he knew that, you know, I like me some steaks, and he offered to cook us, or rather cook me, some steak. You know, because my dad also doesn't drink. I wonder if the mic just picked that up. My mom just came in. My mom just came in showing me food that my dad's friend, who works at the CN Tower, brought over. He does that from time to time. Just brings us food. You know, I just saw lamb chops, steak. Maybe there's duck again. Because that's what he brought last time. Those three. Because like I was saying, my dad doesn't eat beef. So, he needs to eat other stuff. So, my dad's friend in Hong Kong, he offered to cook us up some steaks. And I'm not gonna lie, I cannot agree with really any ways of him cooking steak. Like, how bad is this of me to say? To me, it looks like the way he cooked steak was wrong every step of the way. Oh man, I can't grab that. I can't go get that. That's too far away. By the time I try to go get that, it'll despawn. There's a chest over there. I suppose I could try to get it. I mean, I could just go back onto the tower. So, the way that my dad's friend cooked the steak, first of all, you know, fine, didn't season it ahead of time, fine. Like, I'll give that one a pass. It's the rest that I cannot give it. Where's the chest? I saw a treasure chest on this, didn't I? Are there any shrines I can fly to that are flying distance? No. Isn't there a shrine underneath there? I could just put on my shrine sensor, I guess. So, the way he cooked up the steak. So, he brought out his, you know, his skillet that had ridges on it. You know, in order to have those grill marks, it's a pan that just has ridges on it, which, you don't really want to use, because then, you know, that's less contact, direct contact with heat, and thus a less pronounced crust. So he was preheating that skillet with ridges with butter. You don't really want to use butter when preheating because it'll burn, especially since you're preheating on high heat. So, you know, suffice it to say that he did indeed, like, nearly smoke out the apartment. There was indeed a lot of smoke that came from it. I know I'm not tripping. I see a chest right there. I'm gonna fly to it again. So he used butter, which easily would have burned. And then, you know, he was using a skillet with ridges, so it didn't lead to a very good pronounced crust. What happened to the chest before? Man, that's it? Oh, I guess it is better than some of the stuff I have, like this. Where can I go now? Like, I want to do more shrines. Which tower is that? It's too far away right now anyways. Excuse me. Like, right now I have the freedom to do basically anything. Huh. It's so overwhelming, I don't even know what to do. I also need to remember, like, where are there more shrines? There's a Hinox here, not a shrine. I know there's a shrine back here. I don't remember if I can access that right now. There goes my dogs. Was there a shrine here, or was that in Tears of the Kingdom? Oh god, I'm getting shrines confused between games now. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh yeah, there's the 2 shrines here. I don't even know if I have enough stamina to reach them, too. Well, I suppose those are, like, easy shrines where I know where they are. Thing is, I don't know if I have time to do them tonight. So anyway, so he cooked the steak, and another big mistake he made was he cut into it immediately. I was like, you're gonna cut into it immediately? You're not even gonna rest it? He's like, no need, because, you know, it's cooked. It's cooked, so, there's no need to wait, because it's cooked. Oh man, this rain is really gonna prevent me from going up there. I don't have enough stamina to make it up there anyways. I really need to just look around, see what I can do. What's that? Is that a shrine? I can't even take the time to look. Hey, what about... Wait a second. What about Central Hyrule? I could go and grab the Central Hyrule Tower, couldn't I? So yeah, he cut into the steak immediately without resting it. So, you know, all the juices came out. And instead of being perfectly medium rare, it was blue rare in the center. Now, granted, he did cook it pretty well. Like, if he had rested it for 10 minutes, it probably would have been a perfect medium rare. However, because he cut into it immediately, it was pretty, you know, cold in the center. Let me just have a look around. Any chests on here? Nope. So I could probably reach that, if I'm honest. And then there's this here as well. Like, yeah, those aren't that far. By the looks of it, I can make it to the shrine first. Excuse me. Are those all 3 blue bokoblins? I could probably take them down and get this chest. I don't have the stamina. Just trying to see if I could save some hits off of my weapon. Guess not. So, he prepared some other foods like gooey duck. I ate more raw seafood on this trip than I probably have in the past, like, 10 years. I don't think I like eating raw seafood anymore. It's not like I really have enjoyed eating it for the past, like, decade, over the past decade. You know, I had more of an open mind to try raw seafood again. I stopped eating it because I got sick from it once, and I never touched it again. Recently, I had more of an open mind to, you know, try it again. You know, it was one thing that happened so long ago. You know, If it wasn't safe to eat, then we wouldn't eat it, you know? So I had more of an open mind to try raw seafood again. And, you know, now that I've had some raw seafood again, I don't think I like it at all. Raw seafood just has this, like, really, strong, fishy taste to it, and I don't think I really like it. So, yeah, I think I like my seafood cooked. I don't really like my seafood raw. I wonder if there's a way to kill all of them. Tough wheat bread. Why is it tough? Is it stale? You gave me old bread? You didn't want to eat it yourself, so you then just gave it to me, huh? How old is this bread? You know, my dad's friend, when he invited us to dinner, he also had 2 cats. Oh, right. I'll do the memories later on. He also had 2 cats, which, you know, I'm mildly allergic to. So, cats being present, plus the fact that I was jet lagged, meant that my eyes were absolutely burning. I didn't want to come off as, like, you know, something was wrong and just have my eyes completely shut in order for my eyes to feel better. So I just had to bear through it. Just going to walk past the... You know what really pains me to walk past all this stuff? I want to do them, but I'm just so under-leveled, underpowered right now. Especially master mode, you know? If this was the regular game mode, I would probably actually go and do them. What's going on there? 2 Black Bokoblins. Are those the same 2 people? Like, I want to go and help, but those are 2 Black Bokoblins. I don't know if I can take them. Look at that. Look at that. They even regain health when NPCs fight them. Yeah, Champion's Tunic, we can also see some HP as well. It's a shame we can't do that in the second game, in Tears of the Kingdom. I suppose that would just be too much math to calculate and actually show the calculations. Given how you can just fuse weapons together. Like, given how many different combinations of, like, you know, damage output dealt. Okay, Trial of Power. Just looking around. You know, after playing Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, I don't really remember much about this game. You know, normally here I would use my Ultra Hand, right? But now, no, there is no Ultra Hand. Okay, these are metal. Oh, I can't even, okay, I can't even take them with me. I can, however, stop them. Wow, okay. Look at how thick those health bars are right now. Uh-oh. It would help if you had a weapon equipped. Man, the barbarian set would be really nice right now. Do some extra damage. Look at these guys, man. The fact that there's two of them is so, you know, bullshit. I don't even need to fight these guys right now. I am dead. Using up all my fairies. Ah, yes, how can I forget? You know, Indiana Jones this. Did I by chance have a redo? That's what I was supposed to do. Whoops. Listen, okay? I don't remember absolutely everything about this game. Tears of the Kingdom jumbled my memories with this game. Oh, how I wish I could recall this. More HP, man. Okay, I deserve that. Earlier today, I got shiny Yuxi. So previously, I mentioned I got shiny Registeel. So how to go from Registeel to Yuxi? Well, I'm playing my original Ultra Sun, and I'm hunting for all the legendaries that I did not get initially. That means I already caught all of the version exclusives. So after Registeel, you know, Kyogre and Groudon, Latios and Latios, those are version exclusives and I already got them. So I'm hunting for all the non-version exclusives that I never bothered to get. Wouldn't that mean up next is Rayquaza? Well, it turns out that even I forgot about this. I shiny hunted Rayquaza on my original Sun years ago. So the next thing to hunt would be Yuxi, which I already got earlier today. Come on, come over here. That hit neither of them! Did me opening the chest still count? Yes, it did. Okay, so I guess I don't need to fight these guys. Oh, it didn't count for this. I guess I didn't open this yet, actually. What can I drop? I guess this? Don't corner me. Is that all the chests in here? No, it's not. I suppose I need to use stasis on that. Oh, now what do I do? Oh. Well, whatever. Okay, I see, I see. Oh, right, ancient cores. How could I forget that? That's an item in this game. Also, giant ancient cores. How difficult those are to get. Right. A lot of things I need to relearn about Breath of the Wild. Not again. Not this time. Okay. All right. You guys enjoying this so far? Next time we'll talk about the Nintendo Direct. Oh. Okay, so it's not just one boulder. Okay. Or, you know, ball. Sure, that works, I suppose. That's not how physics works. It would just stop rolling, but okay. Any more chests in here? Yes. Nothing more in this room. No, I'm not trying to lock on. I'm trying to look back here. It's a good thing I have a sledgehammer with me. Is that all the chests in here? No. Oh boy, screw you guys. Go away. I surrender. Okay, what does this do? Just not waste weapon durability. That has to be all the chests in here, right? Yes. Good. Nice going. I had a feeling that would happen. And yet I did it anyways. Okay, let's get that tower and call it. I'm sure there's a bunch of things from the trip I'm forgetting. If anything else comes to me, then I'll talk about it then. Next time, I think we should talk about that Nintendo Direct. So, where's the tower, actually? Do I have time to grab that tower? Because that tower has a guardian around it, doesn't it? Yeah, that one. But there's also a semi-decayed one. I think I could probably grab it, you know? I'm already here. Thankfully, this is one of the early on towers you could grab, so you don't need that much stamina. They also account for that by, you know, all the platforms for you to stand and rest on. Okay, let me try this. Let's see if it'll show that delayed, you know, beam. Wait. That was very bad. Well, I still got it. Alright, let's climb that freaking tower. I forgot there was a second. Ugh. God, man. I haven't done this in a while. Alright, now let's actually climb that tower. Climb with this tower, and then call it for now. So I'm gonna try to record these whenever I have time, whenever I have the chance. You know, it's a big game, there's a lot to do, so naturally it requires a lot of time. How have I already basically sank 5 hours into this game and barely have any progress to show? I did what? Like 6 shrines and now this is the 3rd tower? That's not a whole lot. In the grand scheme of, well, the game, out of everything there is to do, that's not a lot. Oh god. Just imagine how long this is gonna take me to finish. Thankfully, you don't slip when it's raining. Not on the towers, at least. So I see some other shrines. I should probably pin, you know? Because right now the goal really should be shrines, heart containers. Because, you know, enemies regain their health. You can bet your ass that bosses do too. All of the Blight Ganons do as well. Even if it is just recovering a little bit of health. Alright. And well, that's a good spot for me to end for now. Well, thanks for watching everyone. See you all next time.